Oh, welcome, Kim. Welcome, Kimberly.
Thank
I'm so happy
you,
to have you
Tiffany.
here. Now, that
So
clip.
formal.
Yeah, right? Okay, let me be me. All right, so that clip from season 2 of They Ready.
Yes.
Okay, so that was your first time doing a comedy special, right?
First special ever.
Ever.
Thanks to you.
Well, you know, I love you.
I had no idea 2020 was gonna end up with me being on Netflix doing a special, and it was all because of you, for putting me on. So I really, really thank you for that.
But how did it feel being out there? I mean, we filmed that outdoors.
Yes, we're out there.
Everybody was wearing masks. We was completely COVID safe because that's how I do it safely, okay? Was that weird for you?
Girl, first of all, we got shout out Paige Hurwitz,
Yes.
Sykes from Push It Productions for doing an incredible job with the set. I mean, to make it look like we were inside of a club, like it really felt natural. But the first night of taping, when I walked out there and saw everybody with masks on, I was like, Eyes Wide Shut. Remember that movie with Tom Cruise?
Yeah, that's it, Eyes Wide Shut.
I was like, am I doing a special or a ritual? Like, I didn't know. I was like, what has Tiffany got me into? I was very...
That wasn't nothing to do with me, that was the law. The law made us do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you talked about your mom in this special, and I heard she's been talking about me lately. What's going on?
Yes. Well, now that we're friends, this is her thing. Like, you're her daughter now, too, so...
Oh, okay.
She's got questions. She'll call me, she'll be like, I saw Tiffany on TV, and she had this hair swinging down her back, and I didn't know who she was. And I'm like, you can't talk about... You could do that with me. You
Right.
critique me. I'm your child. But
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, if she want to cook for me and then listen to me cry about my feelings and stuff, then, I will take her on as a mother. I have 4, okay? But I could always use another mother. I feel like you can never have too many moms.
That's true.
So, especially if she gonna put me in the wheel. Now you want to fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
We see how we
She's
can
like,
work that out.
No, that's not gonna work, Tiff. Okay. All right, I'm just checking if you wanted a rich sister. All right, now. Now, didn't I sign some books for your mom and
You
your
did.
family?
You know what? My aunt actually, before you even called me for the special, my Aunt Barbara called me and she was like, Kim, you know who I like? I like that Tiffany Haddish. She is so funny. I want you to get me her book and have her sign it. And I'm like, I'm a comedian too. Like, she didn't say anything about me. I'm like, I like to make people laugh, and I've been doing this for a minute.
But where your book at, baby?
Exactly.
Yeah, drop your book. Which we working on. I want to let you know that I'm working on something for you to have your book come
Okay,
out.
good.
Because we got a lot in common.
Yes, we do.
We both worked at the airport.
Yeah.
Yes, working for the airlines.
LAX.
And we both used to get these things called buddy passes. You want to inform people? Tell the
Yes.
world what a buddy pass is.
So a buddy pass basically is a coupon that you give to a friend or family member, and they get to fly for free. However, you fly standby, which means you are not guaranteed to get on that flight, so don't make definite plans, because it might not happen for you.
Right.
So, yeah.
Did you get harassed about your buddy passes?
So, see, the thing about, like people are coming like out of the woodworks, like people I hadn't heard from.
I'm your full cousin.
Yeah.
My name is Carol. Girl, I need that buddy pass. I can get on down there to Los Angeles.
Exactly. Yeah, like people coming out. And then you got to be careful who you give buddy passes to, too, because it's like, if they're not on their best behavior, you can get your benefits taken away.
Or you can get fired.
Yeah,
Hello.
you can't have people nutting
why
up
I'm
on
in-
them passes, because you're not gonna...
That's why I'm at where I'm at in life right now.
Right.
I would still be at the airport. Thanks, cousin.
You got fired?
Girl, it's a long, complicated story, but we'll be back with more of Kimberly Clark after this break. We're back with the hilarious comedian, Kimberly Clark. Kimberly!
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now, I know you have a crush on someone. Tell us who it is.
So, I have this crush on Gustavo. When I say his name, I start giggling. Gustavo Dudamel. For those of you who don't know, he is the conductor for the LA Philharmonic. He's so adorable. He's got the dimples, and he's just like the rock star of conductors. Because, you know, when you think of, like, conductors, they're like, you just think old, white, decrepit dude. I don't know. I know that's a stereotype. There's conductors of all types of ethnicities and ages, but, you know, that's the image that comes to my mind first.
I instantly think bossy and always got like a magic wand and doing like this.
Right.
Is he like...
Sound like a Fantasia, like Disney.
Yeah, but to me, you know, because they be having that little stick, they be like, ting, 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 ting. And then they be like, they be doing that. So I wonder if, like, if you dated a conductor.
You would make a good conductor.
Oh, I would kill it as a conductor. But I'm going to tell you, I would be conducting all the time. You understand? I would be talking like this, and I'd be going like, okay, and then now your turn to talk. Tap, 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 tap. Like,
hilarious.
I would be horrible. Now, They Ready Season 2 is streaming now on Netflix. Make sure you check it out. And I want to thank you, Kimberly, for being here. Thank you so much.
And thank you for the opportunity to be on your platform. You did so much. 12 comedians, and I just have to say, not only did you give us specials, but you made us executive producers of our specials, and that needs to be known. A lot of people don't know that, but that is a huge thing that you did.
Oh, well, yeah.
Revolution.
Because I want you to be successful. Thank you again, Kimberly.